Hey guys, here we are for another two-man queue with the Lal Armor deck, and let's try it out. So, had a pretty rough match against green-white aggro there, and that definitely is a deck to be aware of, so might necessitate some changes for the moment. I'm just going to keep kind of moving along here. If we, and it looks like we are up against green-white again here, so this is going to be good kind of as a way to gauge if we need to make changes or if we're just had an upset there. But it definitely does come out of the gates pretty fast. That much I can definitely say. Having played the deck a decent amount myself, it's a very strong deck. Just to be honest, it's just not as fun as this deck in my mind. But it is very good. It did top, I think I took a couple first place prizes there in states back here in October, and so it is definitely a very good deck, but at the same time I'm just kind of I'm way more into this deck here. But it certainly is a contender in the metagame right now. I believe some of the cleanest versions do not run Thragtusk. It's a little bit too high in the curve, and instead just goes for Loxodon Smiter, I believe a 4 of the Sublime Angel, the Silverblade Paladin. So packs a pretty powerful punch with 4 Rancor as well. And here we are just going to go ahead and start laying it on. This deck, though, can get out of control. Never thought I'd see a 13/13 Invisible Stalker beaten face, and I love it. He's definitely got a pretty decent sized clock here. The good news is, we have access to Azorius Charm to just get that life back. And here we can actually just go ahead and we could drop down Bonds for a 9/9, and actually, the only problem there is that he may end up pushing it over the top. So I think what I'm going to do instead is if he tries to pump anything, we're just going to use Azorius Charm. Let's see. What do you think? If we drop down Knight, we'll bash in for 6, drop him to 11. We could just run it with Bonds, try to make it a 2-turn game. But he can easily add another 4 damage. Well, let's see. So he'll have... If he has like Rancor, that's 2. If he drops, well, actually, hey guys, this is actually 4 damage is pretty hard to add on. Even with double strike, he's going to need something else. I think actually the play here is we go for it. Gonna need 2 cards here to beat us. And that's gonna do it. Alright, so going into game 2, we are gonna bring in the Pacifism. Verdict as well, just to reset the board. Tension Sphere. Clone, I think, might be a little bit ambitious, to be honest. I mean, it's fine definitely with Angel or It's very good on Silverblade Paladin. I'm not gonna lie there. But it is a little bit slow. Let's see. What do we want to cut? Kind of tempted to cut the Knight of Glory here, but at the same time we definitely want to have creatures. I think I'm gonna shave one Knight of Glory and the Curiosities. Just kind of run it like that. Especially with Exalted, we might be able to take advantage of Azorius Charm here. Really hoping so. Happy with this opener. Luckily he does not have the turn 1 guy. We can drop down our Stalker and start getting to work. See, now one of the beautiful things about pacifism is it is just so hilarious with Rancor. We are definitely taking a beating here, but it is certainly worth it. Let's see. What we could do is we could actually just go ahead and drop down Sensory Deprivation and Ethereal Armor. And I think that might be a little better here. Just to kind of, since we are on a pretty tough clock. Let's see, we could actually just sit for a turn here and then push out next turn. See, we drop to 10, he goes to 17. Yeah, I think we actually sit for a turn. Oh, that might have been wrong. So now he swings in both. Then we pacify the new Strangleroot Geist. It's probably wrong. We probably should have attacked there. O-Ring. Yeah, that was pretty rough. Alright, so now we can just go ahead and we can Detention Sphere here. The only problem is that then he gets his Rancor back, which is kind of annoying. We do have the pacifism for the follow-up though, so I think it's still worth it. We could also just Detention Sphere his Oblivion Ring, but I think that's not exactly what we want to be doing. Alright, so now he's going to drop down Rancor and then probably another creature. Could pacify it. I do want to get Geist on the table. Problem is if he drops a creature, we're just in trouble. We could just pacify it and just keep bashing, but then he gets to allocate Rancor. I think I'm actually going to hold back on Azorius Charm here. kind of slow it down a little bit. Give ourselves some time to catch up. Okay, so now we can safely pacify it. And here I think we're just going to end a turn, draw a card off of Charm. Could also use Charm to gain life next turn, just depending on what he plays. If he has, let's see, one possible thing here is if he does have Restoration Angel in hand, this could be pretty awkward, and we may need the Charm. I think actually we're just going to hold Charm just in case. Yeah. We could get our armor back, but I think I just want to hang on to Charm here, just because that could possibly blow us out. I want to have backup access. Okay, so now we're just going to drop Knight of Glory and just sit. That should do it. There we go. So yeah, I think pacifism definitely goes a long way to helping there. Still pretty happy with the Bonds of Faith main just because it allows us to power up the Stalkers, so I think that Supreme Verdict will definitely help in that matchup quite a bit too. So we'll see you for the next one.